Hey guys, welcome back. Over the break, I just finished chopping up some of the tomatoes that I had, those vine ripened tomatoes. So this is the last slice I have. So I'm gonna get this in our bowl here, just like that. Now I'm gonna check on our sweet potatoes and make sure they're coming along. And I can feel that they're getting a little bit softer, so they should be ready soon. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is cut this onion. This can be a problem because onions tend to make me cry. But the best technique I've found for peeling and chopping onions is just to cut the ends off like this. And then just cut it right down the middle. That way you can just peel the skin right off the onion, just like that. So you want to do that with both halves. Just peel the onion skin off. All right. Now the next thing you do to get this onion diced is if you just cut it sideways, almost to the very, very back. Just rock your knife back and forth a little bit. And then just chop it straight down like that into little strips. And then just chop it right down the front. And all those little cuts that you made will have the onions diced for you. See? Now this dish does have a special significance to me. This is actually the first recipe I ever wrote on my own. I think I was maybe 15 when I came up with it. My mother started teaching me how to cook as soon as I could see over the stove, so it was a proud day for me when I came up with my own menu. All right, so our onions are chopped, so I'm gonna get started on cooking the salsa. So what you need are your onions, your tomatoes, your green peppers, and the corn that you cut off the cob. So I'm gonna come around here to the stove. You wanna turn the heat up to medium high, and just let the pan heat up just a little bit. You're gonna use some olive oil just to saute the vegetables in the beginning, and then once they soften a little, you're gonna add the rest of the ingredients like the black beans. We're gonna squeeze some lime juice in there, and then at the very end, we'll toss in the cilantro. There's also one more specialty ingredient that does go in into this dish. We have over here chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. Now you can find these in the international aisle of pretty much any store. They are whole chipotle peppers that are cooked in this really smoky adobo sauce. They tend to be a little bit spicy, so you should probably start with just one and then add more if you like heat. I usually put 3 or 4 in mine because I do like things a little spicy. So I'll show you how to cut those off in just a second. And just add a little bit of olive oil to your pan, maybe about a tablespoon. Grab a spoon. All right, first thing you want to do is just slide the onions right on into the pan. And then you can add the green peppers as well. This is one of my favorite smells in the world, sauteing onions and peppers. All right, so just get that mixed up a little bit. Make sure the olive oil coats everything in the pan, and you can just let that sit for a minute so that everything starts to cook. All right, so in the meantime, while that's getting started, I'm gonna show you the rub that we're going to be using for the pork. I do have some set aside already that's already pre-mixed, so I'm just gonna continue adding the rest of the ingredients to this. So we have about 2 tablespoons of cumin and about a teaspoon of everything else. So that's our garlic powder, our turmeric, our paprika, chipotle pepper powder, which this is what adds a nice smokiness to the pork. You can actually find that in most grocery stores now too. It's a good thing that we're all getting interested in gourmet cooking. Some coriander and a little bit of chili powder. So just get that all stirred up just like that. It makes a really pretty color. It smells amazing. All right. Get this out of the way. And you do want to season this also with a little bit of salt and pepper. So I have my favorite pepper grinder here. And you can adjust this to however much you like. If you like things a little bit saltier, you can add a little more salt. If you like a little less, add a little less. Peppers. I like using sea salt when I cook just because I find that it's not nearly as salty as like an iodized salt. So don't ever worry really about having to oversalt your food. So just get that all mixed together, and we'll set that aside for the pork. Just like that. All right, I'm gonna check on my vegetables here. They sound to be working pretty well. They smell really good. Just lift those off the heat a little bit so you can see what they look like. Yep, they're coming on pretty nicely. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add the corn that we cut off the cob so that can get working as well. Just like that. Scoop everything on in there. And our cut tomatoes as well. Tomatoes are great because they'll add nice moisture to the dish so it stays moist throughout. Just give that a stir. Look at the pretty colors on that. All right, I'm gonna let this keep on cooking. I'm gonna take a quick break. When we come back, I'll show you how to do the pork and hopefully finish off the salsa, so stick around.